Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you a method that has made me millions of gold in the War Within already, and that is going to be flipping plus speed BOEs from the War Within. Before we get into it, I'd just like to say a huge thank you to everyone that has got my flipping course, which will be linked down below. This is a 6-hour video training that goes over everything you need to know about flipping in retail, and also thank you to everyone that has got a copy of my flipping guide. This is basically an ebook that goes over it in text form. So the items that we're going to be flipping and talking about are these items right here, the War Within BOEs that have plus speed on them. So as you can see, this has 441 plus speed. Now you may be wondering, why are these so good to flip? It is because people post them for the normal price as if they don't have plus speed on them, but the ones with plus speed can be sold to people that are making speed sets, which is mainly druids. So for an example right here, this is the speed set that I have on my level 80 druid for farming, and as you can see, it has all of the different pieces have plus speed on them. So the best possible ones that you can get are going to be pieces that druids can use, because people mainly use speed sets on their druids because druids are the best class to farm with. So the best items are leather with plus speed, and also if they have crit on them, they also will get benefit from the long strider. So you can get these War Within BOEs at item level 564, 561, and also 558. These are all really good because you can actually upgrade these pieces of gear. So it doesn't matter too much being the highest item level, which is 564. You can have them as the lower item level, and people can actually upgrade them to the higher item level. So any of these that are leather have plus speed on them, and also preferably have crit on them, because crit is going to give them a little bit more extra bonus if they have the long strider, which is basically a speed set, necklace, chest, and shoulders that you're going to be using when doing a speed set. So they're like the main items that you're looking for. Now to go ahead and to actually buy these, you want to have TSM groups. So as you can see, I have a bunch of TSM groups and I have them sorted out with all the ones that have plus speed on them. This is going to make it very easy for me to go ahead and go through each realm and search and see which ones are available, and then I can go ahead and I can buy those. So a little thing with TSM is that you can't actually buy straight through the TSM window with the War Within BOE. So there's a little bug that goes on and you can't actually buy them. It will basically just bug out. However, you can still use the TSM groups to find them, because this is going to be the quickest way. And then you can just post in, like, say in chat, then go back to the normal Blizzard auction house UI and shift click the item that is in the chat, and this will put it into the auction house, and then you can go ahead and buy it this way. This seems to be the best way to do it, just because TSM bugs out quite a lot when trying to buy just the War Within BOEs for some reason. I have spoke to them in the TSM Discord, and they said that they are aware of it and will be fixing it. But for now, this seems to be the best way to actually go ahead and to buy the War Within BOEs. So basically what I personally do, and this is the best way to do it, is to scan the groups. And also if you want to get my groups, they're inside either my flipping training course or inside of my flipping ebook, which are both linked down below. You can get the import string to for my TSM groups and operations, and you can import them into your TSM and they'll be set up and ready for you to go within seconds. So basically the way that I'm doing it is going through every single realm, and I go ahead and I select those groups that have the plus speed items in them, and then I can go ahead and I can scan the full auction house, and I can see which ones are available and for what prices, and if they're a good enough price, I can go ahead and pick them up off the auction house and then resell them. So a good price for these. Because people post them at the normal price like they don't have plus speed on them, or people that don't know the plus speed ones are worth more, you can pick these up for basically the normal price of the BOEs. So anywhere from a couple hundred gold to around 2,000 gold is a really good deal for the items that have plus speed on them. And then you're going to be reselling them. If you're using my operation, if there's no competition, it's going to post them for 50,000 gold each, and these sell really well for that price. And you may be wondering, why would people buy them for such a higher price? because people don't know how to do this method and find the items themselves. Only people like us that know flipping and are in the flipping game know that we can go through all of the different realms and find them for the cheapest possible price with the two methods that I'm going to be showing you in this video. Most people that are buying these, they're just people that are doing farming, and so they just want to get the item as quick as possible. So they just go on their auction house on just their one single realm and they go through, see which ones have plus speed on them, and they go ahead and buy them no matter what the price is. And I've sold plenty of them for 50,000 gold each. I've even sold some for more than 50,000 gold. And so these things do sell, and they sell really, really well. Especially now that a lot of people are wanting to make level 80 speed sets on their farming druids. Now let's talk about the other pieces of gear. So obviously leather is just one type of gear. You do have the other speed items that are like cloth, mail, plate. Now these tend to actually sell a lot slower just because people that have those classes are more than likely, well, less likely to be making speed sets. However, I still have sold some of them for like cloth, plate and mail also, but they tend to sell a lot slower than the leather ones. Because like I mentioned before, most of the people that are doing speed sets for level 80 are going to be druids, just because druids are the #1 classes to go ahead and get speed sets on for farming, and that's the main people that we're going to be selling these to. Saying that, also hunters are pretty good for actually buying them, which is mail. Now to use Undermine Exchange to find these, you want to click on filter, and then you want to click on error, and then you want to select the war within, go over to armor, and then select speed. Now what this will do is this will show you all of the items that have plus speed on them on that realm. But as you can see, there's very low prices, and that's not the price that we're going to be buying the item for. Basically, if there is one listing on that whole realm that has plus speed on it, it will show up when you do this search. So as you can see, none of these have plus speed. But if we go right down the bottom to the more expensive ones, they have plus speed on them. So when you're doing Undermine Exchange, it does take a lot more time, but you have to go through all of them and find one that is selling for a very cheap price. So I'll go ahead and I'll find one that is a good example. So as you can see right here, there's one for 3,000 gold, and this has actually a socket on it too. Now a socket makes it even more valuable than a one that doesn't have socket. Now if this had crit and a socket, this would be the perfect leather speed set piece that will sell very quickly for even more gold. This one just has a socket and no crit, so this could be a tiny bit better for people that want to mid-max their speed sets, but this is still going to sell very, very well and for a lot more than 3,000 gold. So I'll go ahead and buy this item. So I was on Area 52 on Undermine Exchange. So let's log into Area 52 and we'll go ahead and buy this item. So this is the second method of actually buying and finding the plus speed items, is using Undermine Exchange. Now this method is a bit slower, and personally I like to use the TSM method, where you just go through each round one by one. You run the TSM scan on the groups that have plus speed items, and then you buy them that way. But if you want to do it this way with the Undermine Exchange, this still works out. It just takes a little bit more time. So as you can see, there is the item right here. Let's go ahead and buy it for 3,000 gold, grab it out of the mailbox, and we'll repost this back up on the auction house, and it more than likely will post for 50,000 gold if there's no competition on this round, but there might be some competition. So let's just post it and see what it's going to post for. So let's go ahead, select the groups and run post scan. And as you can see, there's no competition. So we're going to be posting this for 50,000 gold. Now there's another example. Here's one that is item level 561. So this is the lower item level, but as you can see, it's only 100 gold. It's leather, and it also has plus speed on this. So this is another item that we can go ahead and buy. And we're only going to be spending 100 gold on this, and more than likely we will be able to get back at least 50,000 gold for this item. Because like I said, you can actually upgrade these items. So you can upgrade the item level. So one person would only need to upgrade this once, and then it would go up to item level 564. So the people that know you can upgrade them and upgrade the item level, we'll go through any of the different item levels, which there's 3 different ones, and buy any of those. That is why the other item levels still work really well. As you can see, we're posting that up for 50 gold, and we only 50k, and we only spent 100 gold. Now, if you'd like to learn more about flipping in retail World of Warcraft, I have a 6-hour video training course that goes over absolutely everything you need to know in super in-depth detail on everything that there is about flipping, and showing you a proven to work system to flip in retail World of Warcraft by doing cross-realm flipping. You also get my TSM groups and my operations. On top of that, you also get my point blank sniper groups, which will have basically a group that you can use in point blank sniper to snipe some items very cheaply, plus a bunch more very useful things for flipping. Also, if you want something that is a bit cheaper but you still want to get my TSM groups and operation, they're inside of my flipping guide. This is a ebook and it's all in text and image form that teaches you how to do flipping in retail World of Warcraft. If you want to check that out too, it is linked down below in the description box. Thumbs up on this video and I'll see you in the next one.